So, here we go. So, Hand of Fate. It is an early access game, so not everything's actually... I'm done with it at the moment. So, basically what it is... actually, I'm not even going to tell you.
Again, you face our foes. Perhaps you need to work harder to polish your deck or your skills.
What I'm actually going to do, because I don't mind, is I'm going to reset the progress of the entire game, just so you guys can see it from the beginning. Because I didn't actually get that far. And I'm perfectly fine with starting from the beginning, because I didn't really get good at it to begin with. Now the sound's not working for some reason. Yay, early access. Alright, let me restart the game quickly. See if that fixes it, because the sound cut out for some dumb reason. That shouldn't have happened. Play, please. There we go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Much better, much better, much better. Use a controller for best experience. Okay, so. There we go.
Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
The voice kind of reminds me just a tad of Peter Dinklage, you know, Game of Thrones, but I know it's not actually him. It just, at times it sounds like him, but I know it's not him. It's almost sounded like an older version of him. It'd actually be really cool if it was him. That would make this game, like, amazing, but I very much doubt they had the budget to hire Peter. But this guy seems to be doing a very good job.
Let the cards fall where they may.
So,
we begin.
I have my little token thingy there, and I have to choose where to go next. Most of the time it's very linear, but sometimes the different patterns of the cards are box shapes or weird shapes, and you get to choose where you want to go. Right now, I only have one choice.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
So I am traveling on an adventure! And the cards tell me exactly what happens. So this says I get to draw one monster card. So the monster card says 2 of Dust. And immediately this turns, assuming the stream doesn't freak up the game, because it is in beta. It's early access. Beta is beta. We now move to a third-person view. There we go. And the combat, that's a bit loud, at least on my end. The combat is very much like Arkham Asylum, in the way that you just kind of point the stick at the direction of where somebody is, and you press mash buttons, basically.
I'm sure you'll make good use of that.
So I got some food. And I got a piece of equipment.
Peasant's weapon, but effective nonetheless.
Axe. This axe is slightly better than my rusty axe.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
Now I continue on my journey.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
Truly, there is nothing like it. You see a weapon, glinting in the sunlight, and lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, easy for climbing. So now I can climb down to the weapon or leave it. See, this isn't like Arkham at all, because this is more like a text adventure. So if I want to say, I want to climb down to get the weapon, then there's 3 successes and 1 failure.
Choose from these options.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so then I pick the success, and then I very carefully make my way to the bottom of the canyon, and I get a weapon, which is the weapon I already have. Thank you, game. That is brilliant.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
I get ambushed. That's probably exactly what happens. A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw 2 monster cards. 5 enemies. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then, of course, the game freaks me out by almost acting like it is about to die. Now, the only difference between this and Arkham, at least how the current build of the game is that there is a certain amount of time between when you press the button and when your character does stuff. So if you want to hit one of these guys when he's like in the middle of trying to attack you, you're going to get hit before you can actually hit him back and stop him. Unlike Arkham, like that, basically. So basically, how I need to do this is anytime I see someone who's trying to attack me, I need to roll out of the way and go after somebody else with it. Or that happens. There we go. So this is fairly easy early on. I've only died in this game twice. Once because there was a card that I think was called Devil's Gambit, and basically what it is you have to fight however many enemies show up in the card, but your health gets dropped down so that you can only survive about one hit, basically. So the goal of it is like you have to be able to do it. What's this? While searching for an arrow for anything worth scavenging, you realize that one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. I sneak up and kill him. And of course I have a 1 in 4% chance of failing.
A choice. Select your desire.
Good. The deal draws you 3 game
small
cards.
Benefit.
Equipment. A mace. Faster than the sword or axe, but not as powerful as the axe. By 5 damage. But it is faster, so I think I'm going to take it because I like speed. Gain 25 gold. Gain 3 gold. It's all in the cards. The heart of the cards.
Down once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Now I've reached the stairs, so I take the stairs. And then a new set of cards.
You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. An ambush. Hardly fair, is it?
The winding trail. Suddenly a tree falls across your path, blocking the way ahead. An ambush. You must fight for your life. Draw 2 monster cards. 3, 5. And sometimes these get a little repetitive. The one thing I wish I could do in this game, that I don't know if they're adding or not, because again, beta is beta, is I kind of wish I had a bit more character creation. Because I get this kind of generic muscly guy that's kind of like a barbarian, and I really wish I had some form of customization about it. I would feel a lot more involved in the character. Ah, see? Hate that. Perfect. That's how it's done. Dealer draws you 2 game cards.
I cannot expect you to get by without some protection.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It says press Y to reflect projectiles, and I'm like, what? I'm using a 360 controller. I don't have a Y button. Well, I do have a Y button, but it looks like the Y button on the keyboard. Weapons with this trait allow the hero to counter their foes' attacks. Also, yeah, I don't understand why it looks like a keyboard key, because that's a really shit place on the keyboard to put anything, to be fair. So
Your shield may now be used to counter your opponent's attacks.
okay, gain 5 extra health. And that's max health too. Nice. Nice. The Traveling Tinker. In a shady grove off the beaten trail, you find a gypsy caravan waiting to trade with a wandering adventurer. I approach the shop. Greetings, wife traveler. We have much to offer you. Evening, Fatan.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
I want to keep you, and I want to keep you. So I can
Are you a woodsman turned warrior now?
The axe, and the other axe. A golden axe or a silver axe? No, I want the mace and I want the shield. What do you have that I can buy? A mace? Ooh, it's the sword. Oh no, but the thing is faster than that. Okay. Any healing that the player receives is doubled during combat. Plus right bumper to throw knives in 8 directions. Ooh. how much money do I have? Where's my gold? I have 48 gold.
A classical approach.
Totally buying
Artifacts
that.
provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
Can I buy any food? I can buy 3 food. Perfect. Because I need some food, because you actually waste a food every time you travel. So we're going to do that. Okay, so.
Fair Merith.
The
I'm
maid-
not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
I am Marith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you seek? Ask for longer life, supplies, or gold. Well, I don't really have any gold. I don't know how much the gold carries over, and I only need one more thing, so... Oh, but I'm at max health, and I have 105, so let's go gold. Let's see what happens.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
5 gold, 10 gold, 5 gold. Booyah. Booyah.
You have reached my first champion.
The Jack
Good
of
man,
Dust.
driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Okay, you've uncovered the Jack of Dust. Let's go fight Mr. Jack. I feel like this would be a good moment for somebody to start playing the Jack of all trades song in the back. You know, Jack. Yeah.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counter.
Oh, they have little symbols now. They didn't have symbols last time I played this. It's good to know. Ah, the red ones mean I can't stop them, so I need to roll out of the way.
Down into the ground. Yeah! Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your The token is yours.
I didn't press
Well
anything,
done.
so I'm actually a little annoyed they cut off the audio there. Alright, so token. Token gives me these new cards. Because that's the other thing, is between rounds, before you actually go after whatever next master card, you can actually change the deck and choose what cards go in it that could randomly show up on your adventure. Which is kind of cool, because if there's one that you really hate, you can remove it. So you're not, like, forced to fight things that you absolutely don't want to do. But you do need a minimum amount of cards in your deck, I believe. And after, ooh, I got some interesting cards there. And then this token gives me these things. Yeah, the other thing is that some of the ones, like Maze of Traps, I think is one, where if you complete it, you get another token. So then, when you actually finish the round, one of the token explodes and you get a whole bunch of new cards. And getting cards is a good thing.
Shall we deal again?
See? And then you're free to stop whenever you want.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
That's the other thing that kind of sucks, is that, I always look over here because I'm used to the camera being here, but it's actually here now. That's the other thing that I always, or not I always, I just kind of find a little annoying, is the fact that everything gets reset at the beginning of every round, but every round gets harder. So you just need to have a lot of
Welcome to the cabinet. Here stand my 12 challengers.
So next we're going
along
against the
with
Jack
my
of Bones
secrets.
instead of the Jack of Dust.
If you would know what lies before you, merely glance inside.
So we're gonna
Time
go
for
after
you
him,
to face my undead
but
army.
we're going to go into the deck builder
Meet the
slightly.
Jack of Skulls.
Okay, let's change some of the equipment. We'll get rid of the axes, because I don't really like the axes, and we'll add a life slim. What else do we... Yeah, we can get rid of that, and add that. And we have some armor. What's the explorer's helmet? This card is new and thus the contents are unknown. Find this card during play and its secrets will be revealed. So I guess I'm going to leave that there. But we're going to add medium armor and the Chains of Rage. I wonder if it'll actually let me go through with 14. Probably not. So let's remove a shield for now. I already know what the healing cap does. So then, yeah, that's my equipment. That seems good. And then the encounters. We're going to add Devil's Choice. And the local peasant seems nice enough. So we're going to try those ones out. Okay. Back. Save decks and begin the game.
This cabinet is the home of my little menagerie. Defeat all 12, and then... and then we will see.
A bunch of new cards that he's just adding in, and the little border around them signifies that they're specific to this round. They're not actually part of your deck, they're part of his deck because he has, he's kind of a dick sometimes.
We play for life and death. Prepare yourself. It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
Did Arkada get a new apartment? Yes, I moved several weeks ago. I have streamed from this new apartment for the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna start counting how many people ask that. Yeah, it's been a common question the last couple of weeks. You see a weapon. This one. Climb down and get the weapon, because we want a new weapon. Let's hope we don't get the failure card.
Choose from these options.
Booyah! Did not get the failure card. Very confident. Draw one weapon card. What is it?
If we've learned anything,
Mace.
it's that there's no better weapon for dealing with the undead than the humble mace.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Again, the surprise attack. The novelty must wear thin on subsequent travels.
Yeah, it kind of does. But he changes the monster cards every time, so even if you do end up having to do the same kind of encounter, usually the enemies are different. They're either different kinds of enemies or they're different numbers of enemies. Ah, shit. Ah, crap. Ugh. Fuck off with your shields. They called him Marauder Shields. There we go. Not every DM is out to kill you, though a lot of them are. Not all of them. I will agree with that, but a lot of them are. Okay. Opponents pretend to be dead. Sneak up and kill them. Of course, there's a chance of failure.
A choice. Select your desire.
Yes. Success. Draw one equipment.
A small aid to navigation, but still.
Reveal stairs encounter on entering a level and gains a gold bonus for revealing every encounter on a level. Nice. And a bunch of food. So, which one's the stairs?
A cave.
Not this one.
And more goblins. I could want for nothing more.
But this is the Maze of Traps. See? He's offering a token if I successfully complete the Maze of Traps. So I will enter the Maze of Traps. And then this goes back into the same kind of combat mode. But I'm not actually fighting monsters. I am dodging traps.
Now we begin to raise the stakes. The arena itself will fight against you. Beware of my traps.
If I can try and get through this, I'd love it. Thank you. Okay, now these ones are fun because I gotta not do that. There we go. Ta-da! Made it. Okay, 3 game
These
cards.
little games will not help you defeat me.
You sure?
A knife for all, and mercy for none.
Press right bumper to throw knives.
Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat. Take the token. It is yours.
Yay, we got a free token. Booyah. Grandma.
Head downwards, if you dare.
Head downwards. If you dare. Take the stairs.
Many have reached this far.
Ah, there we go. Now it's
further,
revealing
in
the stairs.
fact.
So,
I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did. I have always felt a kinship to the puppy. Together we help you forget, and also recall.
you wander among a field of poppies. Too late, you realize that they're sleeping poppies. Ah, and then it rearranges everything. Not that that matters. That would have mattered more if I was like right next to the stairs. The shop. Ooh, the shop. Approach the shop. Let us go to the shop. It's kind of a free token, Dax, mainly because tokens are very rare in this game, so it's a bonus token. It's more of a bonus token than a free token. Yeah, okay, it's a bonus token. So let us sell what we don't want. I actually want all of that. So what can I buy? I don't want you. Ooh, where's this? I don't have enough gold. Each strike weakens an enemy. Press left bumper to make a powerful strike against a weakened opponent. You don't need to heal wounds or buy food. Yeah, okay. I'll just walk away then. Continue on your journey.
Our bandits are displeased with your challenges.
Okay. 2 monster cards. 2 of dust. 4 of dust. 6. One question, Arkada. Do you have a regular plan to upload YouTube videos, or do you producer them or upload them whenever you feel like it? Generally, I try to have a new review up every 2 weeks, but me moving has kind of fucked around with that a bit. So, for example, I was supposed to have a review up last Saturday, but because this room that I just moved into is not really set up for that at the moment, I was unable to record it. So I'm recording it tomorrow, and it'll be up sometime during this week. And hopefully, with any luck, a new review after that one should be up in around the 13th. So, with any luck, we'll see. We shall see. We'll see. Oh, and as far as uploading videos for this stream, I'm actually behind. I was on top of things right before the move, but then the move happened, so now I'm like 2 or 3 weeks behind. But they will be going up. Other than that, yeah. These will be going up. I'm just haven't had the time yet. Thanks. Yes, I did hit 200k subs. I'm very proud of that. Ah, shit. Son of a bitch. Son of a... Okay, I'm just gonna roll when I do that. There we go. That's better. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Dawnguard videos, yes, I need to get back to that. But with Dawnguard, actually, with Dawnguard, the reason I stopped doing the Dawnguard videos is because it was a giant strain on my PC. So I'm actually planning on getting a new graphics card in another month or 2, and following that, I'm gonna actually start continuing the Skyrim videos, either continuing where I left off, or more than likely, because with the new graphics card, I'll have to redo a shit ton of the mods. I might just start from scratch. then I might do something weird. I was actually thinking of ways to spice up a Skyrim game, and I was thinking I might do a kill everything Skyrim game, which is exactly as it sounds. You meet a guy, you kill him. Kind of sounds weird, but there are a couple of ways to do different versions of the game. I think I heard one person tried to beat the game without killing anyone, and I think they succeeded with the help of course, having a companion for those few times where you actually absolutely needed to kill someone, which might actually be pretty fun too. That'd be like a white mage run, where basically you max out your healing magic stats, and you go in with a companion and you buff the shit out of them, and you hope that they kill everything before you die. That actually wouldn't be that bad. But yeah, no, the Skyrim's on hold until I can get my computer upgraded, because as it stands, it's... Because I was trying to get, like, decent size. I was even trying to do 720p videos, and recording Skyrim at 720p with a bunch of mods is very hard to do.
As often as he tells the truth.
But no, because this month all my money's getting spent on a new camera, and then depending on how well the Patreon goes, it'll be another month or so after that, and I should have enough money to get to upgrade my computer, and then I will be able to continue Skyrim.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Okay. A cloaked devil appears in your path. I'm here to test your strength, so-called hero. Choose your foe. So, this is interesting in the fact that I can actually choose which one I want to face. So I could, like, be, like, really dumb and be like, oh, I'm just going to fight 2 enemies. Or I can fight 4 enemies. Or I can fight the Jack of Dust again. Let's fight Jack. I don't actually think it matters. Oh, you're a dick. Oh, this never happened the last couple of times I fought with Devil's Choice. It's like, since that's who you want to fight, I think I'll make you fight the others today. Just for fun. Well, it's a good thing I didn't pick the 2 guys. Otherwise, I'd have to deal with False Skulls and Jack. As it stands, ooh, this is a new map. 6 Skulls isn't that bad. Your Patreon is like $1,500 a month. Yes, I know, but it won't be like that for next month. Mainly because I'm removing the $500 option, and I very much doubt the guy that is currently donating $500 is going to continue to do that. So that's probably going to drop that back down, and I don't know how much farther it's going to go up. But also, the majority of that $1,500, well, actually, a good chunk of it, because here's the thing. Let me actually talk about this for a second, because I don't mind talking about this for a second, because you guys kind of deserve to know, especially if some of you guys are actually patrons. Let me mute this, because it's actually distracting me while I'm trying to think. So, the money that I'm getting from Patreon is currently like at $1,500. 8% of that I don't get, because that goes to Patreon, because that's their cut. 15% of what I get, so, okay. Chunk of money, $1,500. Lose 8%, because that goes to Patreon. Then out of what's left, 15% of that I can't touch, because that's tax money, because I'm not actually getting taxed. Or I'm not directly paying my tax money using Patreon. If I lived in the States, they would do that for you, but because I live in Canada, they don't. So I need to save the 15%, and then when tax season rolls around again in the spring, I'm going to tell them how much money I made, and they'll be like, well, you owe us all this bunch of money for income taxes. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, here it is, because I kept it ahead. So that's 15%, which I think is slightly more than what the income tax actually is. But I like to play it safe so that when it does come around, if they're like, oh, you owe us this amount of money, I'm like, okay, here's the money. Oh, and I have like a couple $100 saved. Booyah. Awesome for me. So that's pretty cool. And then out of what's left, a chunk of that will go to actually some of the rewards. So the $100 tier requires me to go and get a game server, which is going to be about $60. That would be a lot better if there were more people that did the $100 tier, because that's kind of what it was designed around. But it can work with just the one person that's up with it so far. So he or she, I don't actually know the gender of the person, gets to face me in a one-on-one TF2 match, which I get to then record, edit, and then put up on the gaming channel for everybody to see. So there's a big chunk of money of that 100 that gets to go to getting that server, and then for the $500 thing, which is the guy gets to decide what I am reviewing, and then he gets a signed copy of whatever I used in the video. So I actually, in that case, need to buy the anime twice. I need to buy it once for the copy I'm going to use in the video, sign and send to the person. And then I need enough money for another copy to actually keep myself, because, again, I have the moral thing of I need to own everything I've reviewed. This includes actually having copies of things. So in most cases, that would mean buying a show twice. And in the case here, for the show he wants me to do that involves spending $3 out of the $500 on just buying the anime itself, and then I have to ship it to him, which is international shipping, so that might be another 50. So out of the 500 reward tier, I only get like 150 of that. It's still a decent amount of money, not sure, but a big chunk of that is actually going towards what they asked for. So there's that. So actually, when all said and done, I'm actually at the moment getting like probably under $1,000, which is the amount of money I have budgeted to get a new camera. So that is perfect. So I'm gonna get a nice new DSLR. I already have the one picked out. It's actually sitting in an online cart right now, because as soon as I get the money, I'm gonna buy it. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm probably gonna actually walk over to a store and buy it, because I think I would prefer to actually pick up a physical copy rather than have it shipped to me. So then I have it immediately and I don't have to wait and have possible complications. So I'll probably go and get the new camera. Okay, now since I just did all that bunch of bull crap, let's actually see if I can answer some of these questions. One more question on reviews. Are you restricted to series on official sites like Crunchyroll, or can you take any series which may or may not be on official sites? I'm not against reviewing unlicensed shows, so that's shows that aren't on Crunchyroll and things. It's my only rule with that is that if it ever becomes legal in that it goes out on DVD or Blu-ray, I have to buy it. So if it's something that's on Crunchyroll but isn't on DVD or Blu-ray, I'm cool with that. It makes it a bit difficult to get footage, but I'm cool with that. The things that I'm against is things that have been licensed and are available on DVD and Blu-ray, but I don't own it. I'm not going to review those. That's actually basically it. I'm okay with unlicensed things that aren't on Crunchyroll and things, and that aren't on DVD and Blu-ray, mainly because in that case, I like to think, hopefully, that my videos of whatever review that is kind of give it a little bit more exposure to the show, so that maybe it might get licensed eventually. Not sure, but that's a thing. Let's see. Ark, did you hear about the new 3DS LL? Yes, I heard about the new 3DS LL. Did you ask if he wants you to sign his copy instead of buying a brand new one? Well, I'm guessing he doesn't already own it, because otherwise that would have been mentioned already. But that could technically be a thing. You need some posters up urgently. You missed the part where I told you I'm putting up posters after the stream, and I'm probably going to have the stream running. I feel sorry for you. Instead of making new reviews, how about, until you're ready, you just re-update your old reviews that aren't on YouTube yet, such as Time of Eve. Unless it's too difficult, I don't know the process. It's not too difficult, but it is slightly time-consuming in that I need to open up reopen the old project files, make sure everything still works, because files may have been moved or so forth. And that works too. Is there an option to donate to you over PayPal? Yes. If you don't want to donate through Patreon for whatever reason, although Patreon does have a PayPal option, actually. So I guess if you just don't want to do the monthly thing and you just want to do a one-time donation, that works too. If you go to my website, glassreflection.net, at the very bottom of the page, there is a link to a PayPal donate button, which you can click on, and that'll go directly into my PayPal account if you wanted to do that instead. If and when you review Eureka 7, will you also cover AO? No, AO would be a separate review. So, I think I got through with that. Now we're going to go back to the game, because, you know, game. Fuck off Logitech. Hey! Thought we weren't going to do that this week, but we did. Oh, shit. Fuck. No! I needed to turn audio back on. And now I need to not die. Oh, shit. No! The problem is the colors of everything like kind of blend together. Seriously, stop it with your shields. Ow. Oh, my health is not doing that great. Health, health, health. There we go. Boku no Pico review. Well, if you donate the $500, though, you won't be, because I'm actually removing that tier for the next couple of months. Because all my plans up until the review week of Awesome have been, all my weeks and all my reviews have been called for. So I can't really have the $500 donation option there when I can't actually provide the review that they want. Because I don't have the time. So, unfortunately. But yeah.
Distinctly average. What do you expect me to say? Congratulations.
You
Armor
found medium
protects
armor.
you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
Oh, and beating Devil's Choice actually gives me a token. Awesome. Once more
Deeper
to the breach.
towards our foe.
Take the stairs. You embark on the next leg of your
Good.
adventure.
Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
What if they donate $500 via PayPal? Then I'm gonna guess they really wish they did it through Patreon, because I'm not offering the Patreon goals through PayPal. That's not how we're doing this. I'm not keeping track of that. Although I probably should,
Goblins.
but I'm not.
I do
But I
love
should.
goblins.
But I'm not. If
Truly,
you want,
I
if you
haven't
want
seen
to do the
their
make a
like
review
in
thing, do it through
years.
Patreon, because Patreon does have a PayPal option. You haven't explained why you're taking the 500 down. Yes, I did. I'm taking the 500 down. I'm taking the 500 down because for the next 2 or so months, all my weeks are actually called for in what I want to review. So since the 500 is choose your own review, and I would like to actually give that to the person within the month that they've paid, I can't do that for the next 2 months because everything's already been called for. So I'm removing the $500 pledge, not because I think it's too high or stuff, because it's actually reasonably priced considering what I actually have to do in order to provide it, and for me to be actually happy with that provide thing. Yeah, I just won't be able to do it, because like if I left it there and somebody donated $500, I'd be like, I really want to review this thing, but I already have the next couple of weeks planned out, and then I need to prepare for reviewing Awesome and a bunch of other things. So that is why the 500 is getting taken down. But the one person who's already put in the 500, when the pledge goes through, he will get his review. That's going to happen in the next month. But because I've already planned ahead for that. But I'm going to remove the other ones. Oh shit! I forgot these goblins. Goblins are assholes. You want to know why? Because they stole my mace. And the problem with the goblins is that they also steal a bunch of your gold and stuff, so I actually have to run after the guy with the mace. Mainly because I do not want him stealing my mace. Because eventually, like a little portal thing will open up, and then you just run into the portal and disappear. And if they do that, they take your shit with them. And that's annoying as crap. Okay, so he's dead. See? He disappeared into the thing. So, but I got my mace back.
Well done.
But I hate the goblins thing. I really do. I need to take it out of the deck because I hate them so much.
Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time again.
When will you release a new Everbridged episode? I was never in charge of Everbridged. I only did a single voice on it. If you want to know when Everbridged is coming out, you should talk to Garant, who is Gigic on the Anime Zone. Yeah, I'm using a different mic, which is why I sound different. Yes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for the longer life because I want health. Now I know this just increases my max health and not my actual health. Oh, but it does actually add the 5 health, so that's useful. Local peasant.
Win this and claim my token.
Oh, it's a token one. While crossing a forest clearing, you meet a peasant woman. Greetings, stranger. The winter has been hard on my family this year. In the forest behind her, you sense some movement. In exchange for some food, I will tell you everything I know about these lands. And give her 2 food. Takes your food eagerly, passing it on to some children who rushly out in the forest to get it. While the children eat, the woman speaks at length of what she has seen and heard recently. Oh, and she tells you where everything is. That's nice. That's actually kind of useful. In exchange for some food. And I get the token.
Well then, how will you deal with this?
Will you do anime that Anime Zone has reviewed? I will review whatever the hell I want to review. Basically. It doesn't really matter if anybody does different reviews, because everybody has different opinions. I don't like the idea that different reviewing channels can't do a review because another channel has already done it. That's just dumb. Everybody has different opinions on the show. Like, I may like something or hate something, and somebody else may be the complete opposite opinion. Okay, let's kill these guys. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit, okay. So, dodging plan has failed for the moment. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Come on, stay down. How can you ask him about Everbridge on Twitter? You can ask him on Twitter. I doubt he'll respond. Honestly, I don't think you're going to be able to get an answer out of him. Like, you can try on Twitter, but I don't think he'll respond to you. But hell, he wouldn't even respond to me if I asked him. Is this game on beta? It's in early access on Steam, so you have to pay for it. I got it through one of the last week's Humble Bundle. That was the extra credits Humble Bundle. So that's cool.
Cut them where it counts, then finish them.
Finishers. Weapons with this trait also allow the hero to counter or perform a finishing move upon downed foes. Aim towards the downed foe and press the left trigger and the X button simultaneously to perform a finisher. Useful. Ooh, it's double the damage. Nice. I will so take that. Okay. The Jack of Bones. The Jack of
A challenge for
Bones.
you, and a token if you succeed.
And a token if you succeed. You have found the Jack of Bones. Hi, Jack. New Jack. So what's the Jack of Bones'
Shots
special
from
trait?
rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough?
Oh, they have guns. Shit. Booyah! Forgot I had that thing. Do you have any plans on reviewing Ergo Proxy? I've already reviewed Ergo Proxy, it's just not up on YouTube. Yeah. Has a company paid you to do reviews for their anime? No, nobody's ever asked me. Well, actually, even if they did, nobody would actually ever pay me. Funimation might give me a free copy of something and be like, review this if you feel like it, baka. But they haven't, nor has Sentai or anybody else that actually owns anime. Not that I haven't tried to get a hold of them, I have before. I've tried to contact a couple of different people, but nobody's ever responded, so... Well, I do what I can. It's not the kind of thing that I've ever tried to push, because I don't want to sound like a dick, being like, oh, look at me, I'm so great, stuff. No, I just kind of be like, yeah, no, this is who I am, this is what I do, and I'm interested in doing this. Can you respond, please? And nobody ever does, so... We'll see. We'll see. And besides, I wouldn't accept payment for a review anyway, because then there's this kind of, if, like, I review it and I don't like it, or it's the kind of thing of where the money might be, might taint the review itself, I wouldn't enjoy that. I'm okay if they, like, give me a copy of the show and be like, review this, tell us what you think, and I'd be fine with that, but I don't like the idea of being paid for a review. It doesn't sound right to me. The Devil's Wager, that's the one, the Devil's Wager is the one where he removes all your hit points, which is kind of a dick move, but yeah, time heals. A bunch of new ones for defeating Skeleton Jack. And last token. Ooh. 2 new golden items. Awesome. And there we go. That is that round.
Play again.
Hand of Fate. And I think that's where we're going to stop it for Hand of Fate, and we're going to move into Eternal Darkness after a quick few-minute break. So